Sid Murray, ATS Canine, my method of teaching tracking. If I'm training a dog for a competition, the training is done basically with food drops to the end, which is a reward for the dog to finish. Now, I may have the dog be fed only light meals, and so that I have good strong intent and focus to get to the end of the track by following the food drops. The reason why I do it this way, because I've done a lot of police dogs in the past, and like Germany, if you're buying any dogs for police work, titled or untitled, that have tracking training on them, they are dogs that are trained with food motivation, either during the track or at the end. The Schutzhund at that time, IPO at this time, is now a track that is footprint for footprint and slow. I don't teach that in the very beginning, especially for an IPO 1. An IPO 1 should show a lot of enthusiasm in the dog's tracking to finish at the end, and the dog will help, as a matter of fact, the handler get through the whole track with a little bit of attention to slow the dog down right from day one and on. I believe that for the Schutzhund dog to be a good working dog for, say, police down the road or search and rescue, that the minute you start to slow the dog down in tracking, it's no good for any practical purposes. I like to leave a little bit of speed there, as I said before. For the IPO 1 and the IPO 2, a little bit of speed, and then start to slow the dog down for a 3 for better points. Remember, this is only a sport. And because this is only a sport, for them to use for the tracking dog for practical purposes, you have to have some speed in there. Now, the 1 and the 2, you can use again. I'll just repeat myself again for decent speed. 3, you go down to a slower pace. Now, you can see the dog in the video here. I've dropped the line, and this dog going for a 3 at that time. I've dropped the line, and every now and then, while it's dragging on the ground, if she speeds up just a touch, I step on the line just briefly, just to pop her, to slow her down, and then continue at the pace that I am walking on, which is a very slow pace.